allowing Drapion to go down, putting it all on channel favourite Shadow Gliscor. We are going to shield up the body slam. We are looking to overfarm. We are one wing attack away from the earthquake. We're going to undercharge. We reached the earthquake, and in case you all didn't know, you're about to find out. When shields are down, Shadow Gliscor goes to town. Welcome back to the home of Shadow Pokemon. So the HISUI Cup is here. I think it's HISUI. I don't know, I'm dyslexic. We're going to go with that anyway. And today, we are back repping that triple Shadow Spice. We've got channel favourite Shadow Gliscor and channel favourite Shadow Drapion in the back. Either can be used as safe switch. They're both pretty versatile. And then I invested 90,000 for a second move on Shadow Gallade, and we are going to be using that as a lead. This team has absolutely no bulk, but do we even care? This is all about Nuke City. And in game one, we pick up a lead against Froslass. If you're wondering just how glassy Gallade is, Froslass wins most CMP ties, but it does not beat Gallade. This is a pretty neutral matchup. Confusion absolutely chunking. Likewise, Powder Snow looks like it is super effective, as Gallade is getting absolutely melted, or perhaps frozen would be more appropriate. We win the one shield. The opponent comes in to their own Gallade. They now switch out into Electrode to snipe us, but we are sitting in a pretty sweet spot. We come in to the Gliscor. Energy Ball does hit for neutral due to our ground flying type, and it lands for big damage. We are now going to fire off the Night Slash. Does the opponent want to commit a shield? They do not. We are looking to get the opponent to throw. We don't throw the Night Slash. We want to farm down with the GOAT, Shadow Drapion. We allow ourselves to go down. We Poison Sting down. We've got an energy lead. Gallade is going to need to get to back-to-back moves, but guess what, buddy? You are not spammy enough. Aqua Tail is going to draw the shield from the opponent, and Big Fat Crunch is going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we lead Shadow Gallade into Froslass. In case you've not played this cup now, Froslass is absolutely everywhere. We are looking to overfarm. We go for the Leaf Blade. This is a CMP tie. You can tell from no Powder Snow hitting us, and you can also see that Gallade wins CMP. The opponent shields up, we shield. In return, we are going to outpace to the next Leaf Blade. Once again, this is a CMP tie. Does the opponent want to commit the final shield? Yes, they do. Gallade has done its job. We are going to save a shield for the back line. We are going to come in with Drapion. It's only 4 Poison Stings to the Aqua Tail, so we are going to get rid of this immediately, and we have got a shield banked for whatever is in the back. The opponent comes in to Bastiodon. It is Toxicroat in the back. This opponent is absolutely core broken, ironically, by Gliscor. We aren't going to shield anything. The opponent goes for a Mud Bomb. Not really the play, buddy. You should go for Sludge Bomb. It does have stab and hits harder, but either way, we take out the Toxicroat. We now are at the Earthquake. Earthquake is going to do big damage to Bastiodon, and that is all she wrote. The opponent concedes the match. Moving on to the next one. We see HISUI and Electrode in the lead. I'm going to attempt to catch a wild charge on my Gliscor. The opponent far too smart for that, and they now hard counter us with a Froslass. We are getting hit for double super effective Powder Snows, and my gosh, they are absolutely chunking. We get the boost. This is going to get the first shield off the opponent. We are going to get farmed down, but we've left this Froslass at 1 HP and a dream. And here it is time for the big brain play. We switch into Drapion, calling they're going to blind Shadow Ball, and that is exactly what the opponent does. 1 Poison Sting takes them out. They now come in to Toxicroat. We are going to fire off an Aqua Tail. The opponent highly unlikely to shield. We look to snipe with the Gallade. The opponent transfers that confusion onto Electrode. We are going to have to double shield it, but this is absolute farm down time. The opponent makes 2 wild charges. We commit to the confusion down. 1 confusion almost deletes Toxicroat. Mud Bomb, not enough to knock out confusion. Simultaneously KO, and that is a good game. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next one. Yet another Froslass in the lead. If I keep seeing this Froslass, I am going to power up Firefang, Hippowdon. Stay tuned for that video. The big fat hippo is about to go Froslass hunting. But getting back into this battle, we shielded up the Avalanche. We fire off the Leaf Blade. The opponent shields in return, and we look to CMP tie on the second move. Is the opponent willing to burn their final shield? Yes, they are. So now we are going to allow Gallade once again to go down, and it is time to come back in with the Drapion. The opponent switches out into Toxicroak, and we have the perfect hard counter in Gliscor. This opponent also goes for the Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb, non-stab, definitely isn't the play. We look to overfarm, we go for this Night Slash. Night Slash is resisted, but still enough to take care of Toxicroat. There's still a bit of health left on the Froslass, but I am going to be more than willing to commit to the farm down. We leave with the Earthquake, almost banked one wing attack, and yet again, Bastiodon about to get nuked, and the opponent has absolutely nowhere to run. They do manage to resist it, Mud Slap us down, they make a Body Slam. This won't KO, but I am going to shield it up and take him out with an Aqua Tail. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see public enemy number 1, Wallface. My gosh, do I want to land a close combat on this stupid brick wall? And you already know, no baits on this channel. We're going straight for the Hail Mary. Does the opponent respect it? They do not get fucking wrecked. The opponent comes in to Drifblim. We are going to chip it with a Leaf Blade and then switch out into Gliscor with the Leaf Blade damage. This is going to put this into Night Slash range. Icy Wind, double super effective, but do I care? Do I fuck? We tank it on the chin. We're at the Night Slash. This is going to put shield pressure onto the balloon. The balloon shields it up. They are energy dry. We come in to Drapion. We are going to just fire off the Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail should be enough to knock out from this range. It actually doesn't. The opponent switches out on 1 HP and a Dream, and it is Toxicroat in the back. Aqua Tail gets him down to around 50% HP. We've still got 2 shields on our Gallade, but the opponent is farming up a boatload of energy. Aqua Tail gets the final shield. 1 confusion, snipes him down, and 1 confusion gets rid of the balloon. Gallade, not bothered. Moving on to the next battle. This one is my absolute personal favourite of the entire video because I play it like an absolute fucking noob. And as I always trash talk my opponents, post in the comment section just how much of a noob I am. So we lost lead hard, pretty hard countered on the switch. So far, it looks pretty RPS. However, I come in with Gallade. Confusion does go through, but you're going to see the opponent comes in almost instantaneously with a Bomber Snow. So this is where I'm thinking the opponent has saved that as a sacrificial swap. As I am looking at this battle now, you can see they've only got 2 Pokemon remaining. They now make a great switch into Cresselia. We chip it with a Leaf Blade. We've got Drapion in the back. I am going to not shield anything. And the opponent is obviously trying to make sure they give us a win con. They go for a really stupid grass knot bait. We go straight for the crunch. The opponent no shields. Get fucking wrecked. Cresselia back out. Comes the Bomber Snow. All we've got to do is get to 3 moves. Aqua Tail draws the shield. We're already at the next Aqua Tail. We are going to fire this off. Get the final shield. The opponent is building up towards the back-to-back. So I am going to shield this up. I'm going to instantly tap Gallade. If we make the catch, this game is over. We do make the catch, so this game should be over. I've got the move locked and loaded. I thought Empolion was alive. Clearly it is not. So for some unknown reason, I just get taken out because I'm a noob. But GG's to that opponent. So there you have it. People say content creators only like to show their wins. Well, that was a very winnable game. I got hard countered and I actually just played like a noob as I didn't realise I took Empoleon out. Moving on to the next battle, we see Barboach in the lead, another Pokemon I intend to build and use because Froslass is really fucking annoying. They shield up the Leaf Blade, we shield up the Surf, we're going straight for the next Leaf Blade. The opponent lets it go. Let's see what they come in with. They come in to Gliscor. We are going to allow ourselves to go down, come in to Drapion because they have to go for an Earthquake to any meaningful damage. We're going to fire off the Aqua Tail. It lands, gets this Gliscor super low. In the back, they have Toxicroat. You already know how this matchup goes. Let's see if this opponent actually throws the Sludge Bomb. Nope, another opponent throwing the double resisted Mud Bomb. Not really the play, but we're going to take that. We fire off the Night Slash. Night Slash takes care of Toxicroat. We've got the Night Slash locked and loaded against the opposing Gliscor. They've got no choice but to shield. I'm not going to shield this up. We should survive and we should be able to wing attack down, saving the squishy Gallade. A shield for the next battle. Moving on to the next battle, we see Toxicroat in the lead. The opponent switches out into Froslass, and unless you are super quick on the response, I may as well stay in. We are going to shield up the Avalanche. The opponent is definitely going to have to shield up this Leaf Blade, but with that extra confusion we got with the transfer, we can now shield this up once again and commit all the way to the confusion farm down. We shield up the second Avalanche. Gallade on minimal health, but we are absolutely loaded. They bring in the Electrode, and you know we're going straight for the Hail Mary. Close combat, gets the shield. We make a Leaf Blade, but for some reason the game takes me out with the move. It would have been resisted anyway, but any chip damage would have been nice. The opponent goes for a Wild Charge. Drapion does survive. I look to snipe with Gliscor, and you already seen it's Toxicroat in the back. Finally, can someone Sludge Bomb me, please? Finally, the opponent goes for the correct play of a Sludge Bomb. We wing attack all the way down, and it's time to Earthquake. The grass and electric type neutral Earthquake says get fucking wrecked. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see Empoleon in the lead. Really problematic for the entire team. We're going straight for a neutral Leaf Blade. Empolion is super glass. They shield the first one on 1 HP and a dream. We make the second Leaf Blade. The opponent is going to have to let it go or double shield. The opponent chooses to let it go. So we've got switch advantage and shield advantage. They come in to the balloon. We switch out into Drapion. The opponent shows their third and concede the match. Moving on to the next one. We see another Empolion in the lead and another Drifblim on the say switch. We're super quick to the response with our Drapion. We tank the Icy Wind, absolutely no problem. We're going to go straight for the crunch with the debuff. This won't KO, however, I don't want to get debuffed once again, so we are going to throw the Aqua Tail, putting shield pressure on the opponent. The opponent lets it go. I imagine they are going to come in and farm us down with Empolion. Not fantastic, as with energy, that thing is going to be lethal to our remaining Pokemon. We land the crunch, though, even debuffed, it does do big damage. The opponent has got their defense lowered with the crunch. Thank you very much, Mr. Drapion. We are going to shield up absolutely everything. Confusion now really chunking. Is the opponent willing to give up their final shield? Yes, they are. So they've got shields down. They must be weak. In the back, the opponent switches out into Froslass, and this game looks over. We are not going to be able to knock out with a Night Slash unless we get a boost. The opponent shields the first one, no boost, and they actually throw their energy. I think the win con here is to get to back-to-back Leaf Blades, but you can see we're super low on health. I am going to shield this up. Can we survive the Powder Snows? I highly doubt it, but fuck it. We're going to try anyway. We do not, and the opponent wins that battle. GG's. Moving on to the next one. Yet another Froslass. Holy crap, people are using their imagination this season. We can see that Elo has returned and basic bitch meta players are everywhere. This opponent actually goes for the Shadow Ball. I think a bit unnecessary, as Avalanche would definitely knock us out. Either way, we go for the Leaf Blade. The opponent lets it go. They now come in to Wallface. For once, we are going to bait. We all know Wallface opponents shit their pants. We get the shield with the Leaf Blade, and we're now going straight for the Hail Mary. Is the bulkiest mon in the league about to double shield? Yes, they are. Boo. Shame on you, Mr. Opponent. We now bring in Gliscor. These smackdowns are neutral due to our ground flying typing, ground resist. Flying takes super effective. Gliscor doesn't blink. The opponent looks to catch an Earthquake. Onto Bastiodon, we come in to Drapion. Drapion is going to be a sacrificial lamb. We fire off the crunch. The opponent goes for a body slam before we can get to the next move. And now it's time to put absolute perfect energy management into practice. We are going to shield up this body slam. We need to Night Slash to take him out and leave with a move. We're one wing attack away from the Earthquake. We undercharge, we've got the Earthquake locked and loaded, and when shields are down, Shadow Gliscor goes to town. High Wallface, by Wallface, GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we don't actually see Froslass in the lead. Instead, we see HISUI and Electrode. We attempt to catch a Wild Charge on Gliscor, single resisted. It still does massive damage. They now hard counter us with a Froslass, but at least we have some nice Night Slash coverage for this scenario, and the opponent actually shields it up. Of course, we get the unnecessary boost, but we get taken out by Powder Snow, so that boost did absolutely nothing. We are going to CMP tie. I'm really hoping Leaf Blade knocks out Gallade, an absolute glass cannon, but non-stab Leaf Blade doesn't quite do the job. We are going to shield up the Avalanche, commit to the confusion farm down. Let's see what the opponent wants to do. They are waiting out their timer. They bring in Wallface. Holy crap. We are going to look to go for back-to-back close combats. We are going straight for it. The opponent is going to have to shield. We have CMP tied. No smackdown has come through. You can see I attempted to switch out. I'm unable to do, as it is a CMP tie. The opponent now comes in to the Electrode. We bank the close combat, and this game is over. We survive any one move. The opponent goes for the Wild Charge. I'm going to spam out an Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail, even resisted, is going to knock out Wallface, my good friend. You should be reaching for that top left. The opponent is staying in though. I throw an Aqua Tail for no apparent reason. Close combat's going to be all you need. But we'll give the opponent a fake glimmer of hope. And guess what, wallface? Hi, bye, get fucking wrecked, GG's. And thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see another Electrode in the lead. Once again, I attempt to catch the Wild Charge. We're unsuccessful, so we're going to have to eat an Energy Ball. Well, at least I thought so. The opponent goes for the resisted Wild Charge and Dip. A really strange player has had the energy for an Energy Ball. Energy for an Energy Ball, that's a mouthful. We get the boost, so I am going to shield up the Icy Wind. Our attack is now neutral. I'm looking to CMP tie on the next Icy Wind. This Night Slash will not KO, but the opponent shields it up anyway, and they throw. So we've got shields down. This is absolutely perfect for me. We allow Gliscor to go down, come in to Drapion. We are going to outpace to the Crunch, and absolutely Crunch is going to knock out from this range. Get wrecked, Mr. Balloon. What they're going to come in with, we still have a shield. The opponent is shieldless, and we've got Gallade. Something is going to get nuked. The opponent comes in to a Bite Skuntank. That's a pretty interesting pick. Maybe I'll try that. But either way, Bite is doing pretty much nothing. We're going to be spamming out Aqua Tail. After Aqua Tail, Bite generates energy. Ridiculously slowly, the opponent finally makes a charge move. If we survive the Crunch, I might get off the Aqua Tail. We survive on 1 HP and a Dream. And when I'm under tapping, the opponent takes me out. They switch out into the Electrode. They throw at poor timing. We are going to shield up. Whatever they throw, confusion all the way down, and unfortunately the opponent concedes the match without moving out to land another close combat. So on the screen you can see we're 25-97. I actually went 4-1 in this set, so we end the day at around 2650. I get a lot of people ask what elo range I am at, so that is where we're at. I generally cut out trainer names as people do take offence to my trash talking commentary. I never intend to offend, it's just a bit of banter. But getting on into this battle, we let Gallade into the Balloon. You absolutely hate to see it. The opponent stayed in for a while. They then make a really nice catch. Catching the Night Slash onto the Drapion. Aqua Tail will not be enough to knock out from this range. I am going to commit to the Earthquake. I'm going to force the opponent to throw. I could have chipped them with a Night Slash, but even boosted, it wouldn't be enough to KO. So I think the correct play was forcing the opponent to dump some energy. We are now in somewhat of a tricky spot. I'm forced to show my third, and we are down shields. We are going to look to get as much energy as possible. The opponent hits us with an Aqua Tail, which is advantageous. There's no chance of our defense being lowered. I get him into range where Aqua Tail should knock out, which it does. And it is Lucario in the back. We bank a boatload of energy. Switch out. I am going to have to respect a potential Shadow Ball. The opponent goes straight for it. They now switch out into the Balloon. We are going to be spamming out a Leaf Blade. This should draw the final shield from the opponent. The opponent finally throws just before they get taken out. Shadow Ball is enough to take us out. We are looking to Poison Sting all the way down. Drapion just about makes it. We've got the back-to-back moves locked and loaded. We go for the Crunch in case we get the defense shot. We don't, but Aqua Tail should be enough to take this game. GG's, and thanks for playing. So those were the battles with the Triple Shadows in the HISUI Cup. Would I recommend this team? Obviously, I had a lot of success. I think I went from like 25 to almost 2650 in 4 sets. So super positive on the day. But let's not kid ourselves. This is such a glassy team. You need to have pretty good reactions pretty quick on your swaps to make it work. But if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing. And I will see you all in the next one.